And welcome to Tackle the Board. I'm Reese, the Vegas line reader, joined by my co-host, Chris Euksuzian. You can find him at Chris Ebom on Twitter. You had a good week last week. I saw you went 2-0 in our video we had for last week. I've been red hot. How you feeling, Chris?
I'm feeling good. This season's been really good for both of us. It's been an awesome season. I've won a lot of money for a lot of people that have been following. More subscribers, even better. So we're gonna keep this thing rolling through the NFL season, and we'll probably do maybe some college football as well. But afterwards, we're gonna get right into basketball and golf and everything else. We won't stop once football stops. So we're gonna get rolling for sure. But we're gonna finish the last week of the season strong. So let's do this.
All right, let's do it. We'll jump into your first game then. You got the Houston Texans at the Tennessee Titans. They are -7.5, and you like the Titans here.
I do. Being a dead horse over here, the Houston Texans, they've just pretty much given up on this season completely. I've talked about it many videos. Their defense blows, especially their run defense, ranked 31st. We know Tennessee can run the ball. They can throw the ball. They do it all. They're coming off a very embarrassing loss against Green Bay on prime time. Tennessee has everything to play for this game. They win, and they clinch the AFC South. So that right there in itself is very important here. So they need to win this game to clinch the division. Colts can lose, but I'm not too concerned about that. Tennessee, when they win, they kill teams. So I'm not too concerned about Vrabel, keeping his foot off the accelerator, if you will. So 7.5, I see this being a double-digit victory. So Titans all the way with this. Houston is pretty much going to be playing golf soon. So
nice, yeah, that's a solid pick, and the Titans definitely looks like a solid pick, and they just came off that blowout loss last week to the Packers, so I'm sure they'll be pissed off in that game. So we'll jump into my first game. I got the Dallas Cowboys at the New York Giants +3. I actually like the Giants here at +3. I'm not falling for the Cowboys just because they won 3 straight games, and 3 of those teams all have a losing record. Dallas, I consider a bad team still. They're 26th in defensive yards allowed. They're dead last in rushing yards allowed a game. And then you got the Giants, who actually just lost 3 straight games. And all these teams that they lost to were actually versus playoff competitors. They had the Cardinals, the Browns, the Ravens. So everyone just sees that they lost 3 games. This is perfect. The public's just being fooled, seeing a team that lost 3 straight, a team that won 3 straight. These are both just bad teams playing each other. But now that the Cowboys are getting respect out of nowhere, I just don't like it. And the team just doesn't play defense. The Giants are going to come out. They know this is a division game. The Cowboys swept them last year when the Cowboys were actually good. Now the Cowboys are terrible. They don't play any defense. I can see the Giants definitely playing good defense in this game. And Andy Dalton, he's terrible in primetime games. This isn't a primetime game, but it is a big game. So I don't see Andy Dalton as a favorite coming in winning this game at all. I think he's going to play bad against this Giants defense that has actually been playing pretty well this year. They just teams have been beating them up because they haven't been doing anything on offense, but this over-under is pretty low. It's like 45. This should be a low-scoring type of game, and it's actually going to probably be cold this weekend, too, in New York. This is a dome team coming into New York, so this is another factor in why I like the Giants. And I think about 70% of the betting public is taking the Cowboys. It's crazy. So give me the Giants +3. So we'll jump into your second.
Well, I actually want to talk about this game real quick. Since it's your game that you like here. New York Giants, they've been really good on defense, like you said, 10th in the entire NFL of points against. And it's actually kind of crazy. Believe it or not, the Giants are still alive to get into the playoffs. If they win this game and Washington loses, which isn't the craziest thing to ever happen, I mean, Eagles could just be spoiler next Sunday night. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they won. They would do that, that's something they would do. And, I mean, they are throwing out a QB that's pretty much a practice squad guy, unless Smith's ready to go. And then now you're getting 3 points. Everyone's going to be betting Dallas. Like you said, I'm looking on covers right now, about 70%. I like this side with the Giants here. I think it's a sharp side, and they might even win outright.
I was just going to say, you probably just take the Giants to win outright. Because if the game is close, I think the Giants will just win the game because it all depends on Dalton. I think he's just going to have a sloppy game here in the cold. So the Giants, seems like the right play. And then talking about that Eagles game, Hurts, he's got everything to play for. He wants to be a starting quarterback. And then you got Washington. Alex Smith hasn't played in weeks, so they could come out a little sloppy too in that game. So we'll jump off of that and we'll jump into your final game. You've got the Green Bay Packers -5.5 at the Chicago Bears, and you like the Packers here.
Yeah, I like the Packers here as well. This is another favorite. Pretty much coming down to Green Bay has owned Chicago forever for the most part. Aaron Rodgers has been truly unstoppable this year. MVP coming down to it, 5.5. It's just adjusted this way because of the home field advantage with Chicago. Trubisky's actually looked pretty decent for the most part. But when I look at my board here, Green Bay, they're first in scoring offense, 8th in rushing yards per game. Their play action game's been great as well, 9th in passing yards. And their defense has been pretty decent too. They win this game, they clinch home field advantage throughout playoffs, and they want the NFC to go through Lambeau Field, and I think they can easily win by a touchdown this game. I think they're pretty much begging you to take Chicago here because they know Chicago needs to win this game to get into the playoffs, but they could also have a Cardinals loss that gets them in as well. So I just don't think they're good enough against Aaron Rodgers. He's completely locked in. The offense has been smooth. The run game's been amazing, and the defense has been better than I thought this year, to be honest. So Green Bay -5.5. I'm all over that.
Nice. Yeah, it seems like a smart pick. I saw the Packers are like 8-2 the last 10 meetings against the Bears, and the Packers actually dropped 41 points last time they played the Bears. So definitely a solid pick there. I'll jump into my last game here. We got the Los Angeles Chargers -3.5 at the Kansas City Chiefs. Very simple reasons here. I like the Chargers. The Chiefs, they're going to be playing without their whole team. That's why the spread is at 3.5 here for the Chargers. I was looking at what the spread should have been for this game. The spread should have been -10 for the Chiefs at home. So to see that the spread is off by 14 points, it definitely tells me that no one's really going to be playing for the Chiefs. I can see them probably playing some guys that are important in the first half, but come second half, these guys are probably going to be sitting everybody. Andy Reid doesn't care. A couple years ago, these guys, they had Mahomes, though. The Chiefs sat all their players the final game. They actually won by like 3 points to the Broncos, but that was actually Patrick Mahomes' first game ever. So they were lighting up the scoreboard, and they still only won by 3 points. So I think it's I forget what the name of the quarterback that's starting for the Chiefs this week. I think it's Henne is their backup quarterback. So I don't see him sparking the team at all. They won't have any other playmakers out there. So definitely give me the Chargers -3.5, who actually played the Chiefs competitive early in the season. They only lost by 3 points. They've seen the Chiefs many times. They know what they do on their offense. So to not have any superstars in the positions and know what the offense is doing, definitely like the Chargers there, -3.5.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to this game, my hatred for the Chargers for the most part. They pretty much screw you any way possible. They almost blew the game against Denver, who was playing terrible, and I had Denver there, but they ended up pushing that game. The only reason I can see you taking this is pretty much just this reason that you said before, that all the backups in, they're going to take this game easy. They have home field advantage clinched up. Can Lynn be good enough for you to cover by more than a field goal? I mean, Herbert's good. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I just think Lynn really brings these guys down. And if the Chargers really want to be a contender next year, they got to get a new coach in there, because it is not good with him in there, because Herbert's outstanding. If a Belichick had a Herbert or something, he'd be incredible. So, I mean, Chargers here, I guess. I'm just personally staying away because I just don't trust them. But I'll ride with you.
That's what I like to hear. So that'll actually close out the show, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to our YouTube page. Just hit the like down below and subscribe. You can follow us, both our picks for our videos, at Tackle the Board on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to follow our personal pages, you can follow me at Russ Reese or at Vegas Line Reader on Twitter. And if you ever want a big play, you can just text my number, 702-867-0559. Just text WIN, and I'll hook you up with a big play. And Chris has been hitting winners as well. He's been giving out picks. You can follow him at Chris Ebom on his Twitter page. Anything else you want to drop there, Chris?
Yeah, so I've been playing every bowl game. I've said it on Twitter. I'm playing every bowl game. I had a really good record for college football, and I decided to play all bowl games. Not usually my style, but run the hot hand for the most part. And we got golf coming up next week. Tournament of Champions, top 30 players of the FedEx Cup standings going to be playing a pretty high purse tournament. So watch out for that with my other handle at OTT Matchups. We're going to get some good matchup plays for you guys hopefully next week. And we're going to get into basketball as well eventually. So I'm getting in some data right now as I speak, and we're going to keep rolling with this. Good stuff coming from both of us. So I'm real excited.
Nice. Yeah, can't wait. And very confident in this weekend. And let's hit some easy winners, and then we'll keep these winners coming into the playoffs next week. So let's make some money, guys.